Welcome to the presentation on language effects. I'm Lungelwa Phakathi, one of the lecturers in the English Studies Department. Many people struggle with the analysis of language, and I hope these slides will help to give you a start if you're also struggling. Language has more effects than the few that will be discussed here. However, understanding these will hopefully improve your critical awareness of other effects. Please note that due to length limits, not all effects will be discussed in one podcast. Expect a continuation. I'm also hoping to equip you with a simple skill of making learning part of your lifestyle by involving family and friends. Let us begin by recapping on a slide I have used in the past on how to analyze. In your guide, you find these questions repeatedly, yet some students still struggle to respond to them effectively. So I have paraphrased them. It is important to note that no response is complete until the triangle is complete. I'm going to retain the color coding that appears here, so whenever you see this color coding, please remember what it represents. Green is for what, avocado is for how, and purple is for why. Each of these effects will be discussed separately with examples from different poems so that you can understand them in context. Please remember that context always determines meaning in language. Ensure that you are familiar with the different literary devices as I shall be using them in my discussion, and you need to understand them enough to be able to identify them in any context. Language can create an image. Here's a quick tip. Poetic devices that convey, that is your simile, metaphor, and personification, always create an image in your mind. This effect can lead to other effects. This you will see as we proceed. In this simile, by comparing the hand to a snake, the poet gives an image that clarifies how quickly the hand moves with determination in search of the wallet. This further gives a sense of urgency, and it relates to the apartheid theme, since the dompas had to be always readily available on request. Note how the image gives birth to another effect, which is to clarify in this case. Remember how I said more effects will crop up? For practice, you can use different sources to play with family members. Could be prescribed poems, news reports, prose, advertisements. Members should identify as many examples of simile as they can find from the source at hand. They should then take turns to share, telling the group what two things are compared, which image comes to mind, and what does this image imply about the other objects in the comparison. The family will bond while as a student you develop. Can you see how the metaphor also creates an image of what the city looks like at dusk? Once more, we have explored the what, how, and why. If you used a poem to play with your family and friends, you may change it to another source, like a scene from a play, a news report or advertisement, or even a piece of fictitious prose. This will help you realize that poetic devices are used across different types of discourse, so that when you are doing a close study of any source, you may not overlook them. Another image has been perfectly created here through personification. Now take careful note of the discussion that follows. I cannot repeat this enough. Simply saying an image has been created will not get you marks. Remember the three colors of a complete response. Take note how more effects of language keep sprouting. This time, we know that language can be used to protest through the images created. By playing with friends and family, you'll find that more effects crop up. It would be good to record these in your journal or practice book so that you can have a wide range of effects to draw from as you read different extracts. We have come to the end of the first effect. I hope you will enrich your learning by playing the learning games discussed here with your families, friends, or colleagues. The next effect will be discussed in the next video podcast. Thank you.